All right. So for step number 4, our new client preparation and hair removal. You have 5 minutes to prepare your client for the following sections of the examination: hair removal of the eyebrow using simulated soft wax and tweezing, facial makeup. Please do not begin any procedures until the verbal instructions are given and you are instructed to begin. Step back to indicate you have finished. The instructions will be repeated. You may begin. So in this section, we're gonna do this all as one, even though it's kind of broken down into a section. So we'll do this as like one kind of long section. The first part is timed, whereas you will be setting up your little area and draping Lisa, and then you have 5 minutes to do that, and then you're gonna wait for the proctor. So keep in mind you only have 5 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and get our new client set up. We have our bobby pins in here again, and our 3 new towels. I am gonna go ahead and trash this, sanitize again. Your hands are gonna be so dry. You should like get some of those like moisturizing hand masks or something to do when you're done this, because you're gonna need it. And then you're gonna go through and do your setup just like we did in that first section. Doesn't matter what you drape first, décolleté, head, as long as you get it done. And make sure you get the head wrap on there pretty secure. But also make sure, especially because you're doing eyebrows this round, you don't want your head wrap to be all the way down here. Make sure that you have enough room to wax and tweeze her non-existent eyebrows. And then we will get her little décolleté towel. So here's where you can do your clean and dirty again. So you can lay out your clean paper towel, and you can lay out your dirty paper towel. We are going to open our hair removal bag. This is going to go in our trash. Get out your waxing supplies. You're gonna have baby powder, post product, and then your actual wax, some sticks, some strips, some 2x2s, and then you're gonna have your tweezing supplies, some more 2x2s, and your tweezers. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these bags away in the trash, and I'm gonna go ahead, you could save this if you want to. I'm gonna put my bobby pin in to be disinfected. I don't need it anymore. Now I'm gonna sanitize my hands. So the section isn't done, but you would step back here, and then what's gonna happen is once everybody is set up, you have that little mini section, then they're gonna actually come to you for the brow section. So for your brow section, they will read to everybody. You will perform hair removal of the eyebrow using simulated soft wax and tweezing. You will select one eyebrow to demonstrate a simulated soft wax and tweezing procedure. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will be instructed individually by the examiner to demonstrate the soft wax and tweezing procedures. This is an untimed section. Do not begin to demonstrate the soft wax and tweezing procedures. You will be instructed individually by the examiner to do so. And then you guys will wait until the examiner comes up to you and says, please demonstrate hair removal using simulated soft wax along the entire length of one eyebrow. So what's going to happen here is you are going to start with just the wax. You are going to wait until they give you further instructions to do the tweeze. So just do the wax first, stop what you're doing, then do the tweeze. They may give you time to put all your trash away, or they may just say, okay, go ahead and tweeze 3 brow hairs, in which case, listen to the proctor, what they say goes. So at this point, we are going to sanitize, put on our gloves. The wax that you have in here is just, I think it's like hair cholesterol or lotion. So it's just like a thicker cream. It's gonna go on easy and not sticky. Better when I took my state board in years ago, we did honey for our simulated soft wax. And while it is, yes, the consistency of wax, it was very sticky and very messy. So this is a much better alternative that I'm grateful for. And then the first thing we're gonna do, now that we have our hands sanitized, our client's already draped, we are going to go into our soft wax with a stick. We're going to grab a tiny amount of soft wax, and we are going to do 1 test strip. I would still be careful about how you're holding your stick. Make sure you're holding your stick in a way that like you would actually wax that way. Spread your wax like you're waxing. So you're gonna do your 1 test strip. Trash, you're gonna get your strip, put it on, and now you're gonna sanitize your hands again. We've tested our wax. It's like hair cholesterol. So now after we test, we want to test before we prep our client. So we're testing our wax first, and then we're sanitizing. You can sanitize your hands over your gloves. I know it feels strange, but sanitize your hands over your gloves. You don't have to change your gloves. All right, so now we've tested our wax. We're good to go. We are going to prep our client. So we're going to use one of our 2x2s. And if you want to change the wording in your little packet from astringent to toner, you can. They mean the same thing. The verbiage has just changed over the years. So we're going to use our toner, spray, and pick an eyebrow, any eyebrow. I'm going to do the right one because I'm right-handed. It's easy. And we're just going to cleanse the 1 eyebrow. Then we are going to go in with our baby powder to finish prepping. I've seen people do this different ways. I believe Miss Christina teaches it the same way. Dip your wax stick, one of your extra wax sticks, into your baby powder, get a tiny little bit, and put it on a 2x2. Is that how you guys did it in wax class too? I don't remember. Okay, because if you shake this on your 2x2, you are potentially gonna have a bad time. So just be very careful with that. With the baby powder, yes. Because it can get everywhere, and just a tiny bit of baby powder as well. So we're gonna put that tiny bit of baby powder on our 2x2, and we are going to just powder our client's brow, and that's it. So now our client is prepped. We are going to wax the entire length of the eyebrow. So that means that we are doing 1 strip in the direction of the hair growth. So make sure you're not doing the middle, you're doing the brow in the correct direction. We have to apply pressure. So we're gonna do our soft wax again. And we are going to hold the skin taut, apply your wax in the direction of the hair growth, the entire length of the eyebrow. Trash. We're gonna get our strip here. I like to hold like one of my fingers on the strip, so when you pull it, like it doesn't just come off, it kind of looks, you know, a little better. And then you're going to put your finger on for a couple seconds for pressure. If there is wax left behind, don't grab another strip. And don't do what you would do in real life with kind of like putting the strip on again and trying to get the wax off. Wax on, wax off, one strip, that's it. So if there's any wax left behind, which there's probably going to be a little residue, it's okay because we're going to do post product. And our post product is really going to help to take that away. So we're going to grab our post product. We are going to swipe it on a 2x2, and we're going to do our post product. This will help to remove any residual. If they are still not telling you to go ahead and tweeze the brows, what you're going to do at this point is throw away your trash. You can leave the trash paper towel there because you're still going to tweeze. You can throw away your trash from the wax. You can throw away your gloves from the wax. You can to be disinfected and sanitize your hands. Then your proctor is going to read to you, please tweeze 3 hairs from the same eyebrow and conclude the service. So because they're breaking it up into 2 parts, we're breaking it up into 2 parts. So we are going to re-glove. And this is where it gets real, because now your hands are sweaty because you've been doing all this stuff and now you're nervous. So we usually try to suggest sizing up in your gloves. Like if you're usually a small, Miss Tammy usually puts mediums in the bag, but when you come in for your reboot, we can make sure you have appropriate size gloves. But having a medium, if you're usually a small, is actually a good thing because you want a little wiggle room. You don't want your gloves to be super tight. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and tweeze our hairs. Be thinking about the direction that the hairs grow from. So we are going to take a 2x2 and do our toner or astringent again. And we are going to prep that same brow trash. We're going to take another one. Here's where I get lots of questions about your non-dominant hand. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put this on my left. I'm going to take my 2x2. You could do this with a cotton round as well. On my middle finger here, I'm just going to wrap this 2x2 so that I have a place to put those hairs. So you are going to hold the skin taut. You're going to do 1, place the hair, 2, place the hair, 3, place the hair. I recommend starting just like that at the beginning of the brow, middle of the brow, end of the brow, in the direction that the hair grows, since you have to do 3, and that's all. So this will go in the trash. Your tweezers will go into to be disinfected eventually, but before we do that, we are going to astringent again. Now we're going to conclude the service. All of this goes in the trash. Your toner can go back to your Universal Supplies. Your gloves will go trash. All your trash here will go in the trash. Both of these are going to be trash, so you can get rid of both of these. Your tweezers to be disinfected. You're going to sanitize your hands. And then you're going to step back, and that's the end of your waxing.